To all the 80s TV fans out there, Knight Rider is back.
I reckon that music was good, the tune. Knight Rider. That one. Thank you guys, thank you Ashley, and thank you to David as well, of course. They're doing a fine rendition of David, that's all I can say.
Question, is that your real chest here?
Yes, it is.
That's impressive. All right, hey, here's the question. KITT, does the man to my immediate left resemble in any way Michael Knight?
I don't think so.
Mate, that was incredible. Thank you, Michael Knight. And hey, thank you, KITT. I hope I didn't do any damage when I was driving.
Everything is in proper order, but thank you for your concern.
He's good.
What y'all wanna do? Don't you know we always come in through? Me and my crew, let me hear you say fire up!
Whoa, wow. Wow, you're excited, wow.
So just cruising around Auckland on a beautiful day. 4 KITT cars, including the 86 Tour Code. Michael Knight and my KITT getter. Phase 2 complete. This video is to document the changes I've made to KITT over the last 8 weeks, which in short includes a whole bunch of stuff on the interior and a bit of work on the exterior. But in short, I mentioned it might take me a year or two, but the parts were available. I had the time because it's Easter holidays here in New Zealand. I took some annual leave and a whole bunch of early mornings and late nights. So I had the time. And I've been able to get the work done way ahead of schedule. So, with regards to where the car's at now, I don't think I would ever make any further changes, because initially my goal was to have a car that resembled KITT. I did it on a budget, but you get carried away as you do, and I kept making more and more changes. But a lot of the changes I made were, I had to improvise. I'd made a lot of the parts myself, such as these headrests on these seats to imitate PMD, the door panels, which were never the correct ones. Did a bit of work on those to make them look or resemble the correct door cards as much as possible. There's the old centre console. Yeah, I had to improvise on a whole bunch of it, and as cool as it still was, I was always thinking it'd be great if I had more screen accurate looking parts, especially things like seats and consoles, because yeah, they really make or break a replica in terms of you know, it identifying as KITT, or at least as a screen accurate looking KITT. So yeah, I'm going to work through the upgrades, and we'll start with the external changes. So I mentioned I was going to look at a new bumper, and I did look at that option because the bumper I have, the rear bumper, is this one with the rear ground effects. The thing with this bumper is it's in great condition. It's nice and straight down the back, which is quite rare with these rubber bumpers. It's in great nick. I quite like the look of it. Although it's not screen accurate as such, I do quite like the chunky look it gives the back of the car. And the plan was to maintain that bumper and get my hands on these parts here at the rear ground effects, and the front ones as well, which I've done, as you can see, because that would sort of tie in with those rear ground effects off the bumper, and I think they do. They look really good. You can see the line sort of carries on through the wheel through those ground effects. So I'm actually happy with that. But I did get my hands on another bumper, the screen accurate one. It's one that had been involved in an accident, and I wasn't sure whether I could straighten it up or not. Turns out I can't. This thing is too far gone. You can see the ripples, and that's after a whole bunch of work trying to straighten it out. So yeah, the advice from the professionals I've spoken to is it's not really recoverable, that bumper, unfortunately. Once the rubber's gone, no amount of heat's going to basically straighten it up. So that's okay. I've stuck with my original bumper, and I've got the black license plates. You can't actually see that they're black on the camera, but the back of the car looks pretty cool. Right, so externally, that's basically it. Most of the work I've done has been on the inside, so we'll just step back and get a better view of the car. Righty-ho, so internally, this is where the big changes have happened. As you can see, I'll start with the seats. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a set of PMD seats, at least the backs of them, not the actual seat part, but the backs. So local outfit here in Christchurch was able to fit those to my bases and do a little bit of reshaping. And as you can see, they've come out amazing. The colour, the material, it's good quality marine grade material, and they just look mint, front and back. And they were even able to use the same tan carpet material that were on the original rear seats. They were able to recover that and use it on with that restoration of those back seats there. So yeah, they look amazing. I've had a full set of seat belts made up to replace the old ones. The old ones were grey, so these tan ones look really good. Lap belts in the back, and yeah, in the front as well. They were wrecking a 86 Trans Am here in Christchurch. There are a few parts left on it, so I managed to get my hands on these plastics here for the seats as well, which is good. The door panels, these have come out really good. I built these myself, but I had, again from that 86 Trans Am, they were wrecking. I managed to get my hands on the foam that was underneath. The rest of the panels were absolutely buggered, but I got my hands on the foam, and so I could use that to pad out the door panels where I needed to. And I was lucky that it had the trim, the silver trim, that was all black and rusted, painted black and rusted. So I just used silver paint to bring that up to scratch. Local supplier had these door bezels and armrests, so I was lucky there too. So they've come out really good. They make a massive difference to the feel of the car. Floor mats front and back. Rightio, so console. This is actually a Camaro console. The only thing I had to do to fit it was remove maybe ½ an inch up the top here, up there to fit it in to the Trans Am. Other than that, it's slotted in really nicely, and I had to make a new console armrest because the Trans Am one came to out here. That's actually a really good height. It's a little bit higher than it would normally be. That gives a sort of its perfect height to rest your arm on. Console, so pretty cool. It's good to have a clock there actually, but just the other functionality is just the sound, and the electric window buttons obviously housed there as well. Upper console. I'm yet to make the sound effects work. We'll get onto that. But you can see for a hardtop car, managed to get it in there pretty good. I've had to manufacture the sun visor to fit around the console, but it actually fits in there really well. And you'll see at the front, it wraps around the front there as well, the way you'd want it to. So really happy with that. I updated my stereo system, so Bluetooth capability, and this head unit is wired into the speakers, and running character AI. I can plug the phone in here. It just sits on the console, and you can have that interactive experience chatting to KITT with his voice pulsating through his voice box, and from 4 speakers, so 2 in the rear, and I've put a couple of speakers into the dash. So it's amazing technology. It didn't exist a year or 2 back, did it? You could sit in KITT, and we could grab sound bites from the show and play them through various means, but technology now, you can actually sit in KITT and have a full-on conversation with them. And yeah, since having this Bluetooth head unit put in, that's what I've been doing, and that's probably been a feature that has blown people's minds more than anything else. They can't believe they're actually sitting in KITT and having a chat to him. So that's pretty cool. Tell us about the recent upgrades you've had, the door panels, the PMD seats, the upper lower console, all the other bits and bobs. So what do you reckon?
Sure, I'd be happy to talk about my recent upgrades, which include the new door panels, PMD seats, and upper and lower consoles. The upgrades have significantly enhanced my interior aesthetics and functionality. The PMD seats in particular are extremely comfortable and provide great support. The door panels, on the other hand, have greatly improved the overall look and feel of the car. Finally, The upper and lower consoles have made the interior look more polished and complete. Overall, I'd say the upgrades have been a tremendous success.
Other changes, I've actually installed a manual boot release. I say that's screen accurate because I think some of the kits on the show had that, but that was really just a backup for when the electronic release plays up. I think it's pretty cool anyway just to have that there. So that's it. If I had to use one word to describe how I feel the interior looks and feels now, it would be plush. Before it felt a bit budget. I wanted to maintain as much of the look and feel of the car as I could, because 2023 I was lucky enough to have the Hoff drive it. You can see in the poster the old headrest there. There they are. This photo was taken, I took this photo, it was actually a video and I just took a screenshot of the video. That's the Hoff with my kit right outside this garage door in 2023. October of 2023 I think it was. We're hopeful that TV series will still come to our screen soon. I can't say much more about it at this stage, mainly because I don't know much more about it, but obviously a crazy experience. But I wanted to maintain as much of the look and feel of the car as I could, but in the end, I really wanted to get some of these major changes made. So, yep, seats, consoles, seat belts, door cards. And as I said at the top of this video, I don't think I can see myself making any further changes. I can't imagine what else I'd do. I'm not going to run with the switch pod behind the steering wheel, behind the gull wing. I'm not going to run with the 2-screen setup. The functionality of the iPad is just too useful for me, and I think it looks pretty cool anyway. So basically that's hooked up to a speaker under the hood. So when I'm at an event, that's where I run all the theme song and KITT talking about himself, etc. And so being able to download updated content onto that iPad to play it through that speaker's handy. Plus I can run episodes, so kids can sit in the car, or older fans, let's face it, most of the fans who are interested in these cars are 40 plus. They can sit in the car and watch Knight Rider on that screen. And so all these electronics are running off an auxiliary battery, so I never run out of juice. And yeah, so now that I've got the tablet there, the Bluetooth head unit, and these updated consoles, in terms of the technology, I think I've got it exactly where I want it to be. Who knows what they'll come out with next AI-wise, but yeah, I mean, you only need to go so far. If you can sit in KITT and talk to KITT, that's almost the ultimate. But who knows what's around the corner. Fix in front of the rear and front wheels, so it kind of draws a line to that rear ground effect, so you can see straight through here. So I think that looks pretty cool, nice and tidy. So there we go, I'll do a wee walk around KITT Phase 2.